What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Box Out Boys podcast. We are the NBA podcast of the people. Your home for lukewarm takes and substandard analysis. I'm Titus Two Shots Dominguez, and with me tonight it's Chris the Stats Man Gorman. Him with the stats, Chris.
Hey, the Denver Nuggets
suck.
are 6th in defensive rating as we are 2 games in the playoffs. And wait, Chris, that's not a great stat. Why would you care to say that they're 6th in defensive rating after 2 games? Who would care about that? Well, random online user, apparently the head coach of the Nuggets is willing to say that because that's worthy of a stat to talk about, even though you have a guy in their team shit-talking your defense. You have nothing to back it up with besides a 6th in defensive rating, which isn't good. But anyways, we'll get more to it. But yeah,
that's 6th in the playoffs, you said, or 6th over
after 2 games, 6th in the playoffs.
I mean, some people have only played 1 game, but yeah, I don't know. It feels weird to brag about, but he's bragging that his favorite coach is gone. The lawnmower, Joey McCroskey. Get that, Joe?
Yes, I put on my Billy Donovan quarter zip.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice it. The quarter zip.
Official. It's official.
Officially licensed.
Even got the patch. Yes, in honor of him. I was going to chew gum too, but I figured that might get annoying for you guys to listen to me
smacking gum,
chomping on a big old piece of gum. But yes,
is he a gum guy? I never really looked at Billy as he was a gum guy.
That dude chomps some serious gum. I've always wondered over his 6 seasons what kind of gum he chose, and I settled on Big Red. He seems like a Big Red guy.
He's a real Veruca Salt, huh?
Yeah, all that screaming and talking. I feel like is looking for something to keep his mouth moist.
Yeah,
cinnamon gum never really appealed to me.
No, it's terrible. But
I had a phase. I had a cinnamon gum phase. It's over now. We're on the winter.
It's just a phase.
It was just a phase. I
was
like, guys. You know what? This is obviously the strongest flavor. Let's go with this. We got a fun show tonight. It's not all going to be gum. We have the playoffs starting. Thanks for the guys for holding down the pod last week.
Well,
I had rest up.
Our pleasure.
Manage my load. I did enjoy the ribbing that I took on the pod. To be fair, I feel like we were gonna make a deep run in the playoffs, so I missed like the play-in game, and now I'm ready for round 1 of the playoffs, and we've got round 1.
Just call you Kevin Durant.
Yeah, missed. Hey,
we're the
1.
Lakers, man. Like you're still out. We're still holding down the fort. Got Marcus Smart dropping 25. Bronny playing minutes, not doing anything, but he's out there.
He's there. He's just, getting highlights with his dad for the family photos later.
Right.
LeBron turning back the clock a little bit. But yeah, we got a lot of good series. A fantastic run. Only 2 series are 2-0 right now. 2 other games are going tonight with potential to go 2-0, but the hashtag no game talk does not seem like the Pistons will be losing it again. We had some fun ones. So let's start with these 1-1 games. Let's start with the Nuggets Wolves there, Chris, for our hometown boy. Chris, the Wolves pulled it out. If we could have done a pod after the game 1's reactions, I would not have been too concerned about the Wolves losing game 1. It's a tough loss, but I felt like they looked good. How did you feel about game 1 and then after the game 2 win?
Yeah, no, game 1, it was close. A couple of things went the other way. Io, if he there was a shot he took when they were making a run that kind of just iced it. There were a couple of times when in that game 1, I'm like, they could win this. And then the way game 2 started, 39-25 after the first was really rough, and they looked lost. I'm just thinking, go to the hoop, and I think they heard me because that's what they did for the next 3 quarters. You got Cam Johnson, you got Aaron Gordon, you got all the full names. Let's call them out. None of them could play defense against the rim. And Jaden attacked, Anthony Edwards attacked. Everybody attacked the paint, and they got it done. The ball movement was immaculate. It was some of the best ball movement I've seen. It was something I hadn't seen really most of the season, except in these kind of moments. So, best game 2 I think I've ever seen. Also considering that Jokic had probably the most ferocious dunk of Jokic's career. That was insane.
To
see that. Like he got tired of the floaters. Even though they're still counting, a goaltend floater is still kind of probably doesn't feel the same. I feel like just ripping it down like that for Jokic, it was cool. Him flopping is kind of a bummer. Tony Brothers is probably the most inconsistent, the best way to put it, because it's like, hey, why are you bitching about the ref? It's like, no, both ways the guy is just
he's just he's a problem.
At the beginning of the third quarter, for the first 6 minutes, I didn't think the refs came back from the locker room yet. Like they weren't calling anything, right? They were like, there was a foul. Dante jumped early on Jamal. Jamal kind of like pushed into him.
Yeah.
And Tony Brothers looked like he didn't call it because Jamal Murray was like trying to get the foul. It's like, Tony, all players do that. You call it for them 95% of the time. What's different this time? Like, were you just mad that somebody told you something in the locker room? But foot to knee, Tony Brothers is kind of
I saw that. Yeah, the foot to knee.
You know, that's it. I didn't know that with replays, I always assumed every replay went to like a third party NBA room to review, but apparently that's only for like out of bounds and like turnovers. But when it's a foul, apparently the head ref reviews. So you just have the head ref reviewing his own call.
Yeah,
he's gonna make it up. He doesn't want to look stupid.
Yeah.
The guy has an ego. He's been doing this for 20, 30 years. So they need to
go, yeah, my bad on that one.
Yeah, like he's not going to do that. Anyways, I'm going long. I was really excited. I'm happy to see a fun series here.
It does look like a fun series. Fortunately, all of the series have been pretty good so far. Joey, your thoughts on that one, or is there a series that's been kind of getting your goat here?
A la Bill Simmons, if I had a ballot for postseason awards, and I had thought perhaps Jokic was my MVP candidate, I may have changed it after watching game 2.
Because he changed after the play-in game? Yeah.
Correct. Jokic, I'm not impressed so far. Looks like Murray's kind of trying to steal the show here, but Jokic looks tired.
He looks hurt.
He looks. Is that it? Maybe
there's something off from his.
He looks. He just looks slow. He doesn't look as jumpy and as twitchy and as quick as he usually is. Like there was a play in the second game where Io got downhill when I messaged the group and said, "Man, I miss Io." Like he just went straight at him, and Jokic tried to like backpedal once, and then he completely shifted his body like sideways and stopped and didn't even like try to block the shot. But I mean, Jaden's comments seem extremely spot on, right? Because you could see like the mentality change in game 2, where it was just let's go straight at them, let's go downhill and put everything at the rim and see if they have a chance to stop us. They didn't. I don't know if going out and saying they're all bad defenders was maybe the best thing to do. I know Murray talked about it today and said, let them talk, which is I don't know. I don't know if you need to give them bulletin board material, but I agree with you, Titus. I think you watch game 1 and you're like, there was no panic.
Yeah, there was no
panic. Game 2
like,
looked like, hey, this is the team that we all kind of expected. Ant looked great. He looked like he had that swag about him. So it's a great series, but I think Minnesota's gonna have a big one tomorrow night.
Yeah, they're going. Was it the third year in a row these two teams are meeting up in the playoffs?
3 or 4 years.
3 and 4 years. Okay.
3 or 4. I think last year they didn't.
Okay, was it yeah, I was trying to remember. No, because I thought
it was Lakers, Warriors, Thunder last year.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
But so overall, I think it's getting a little testy in that series, and certainly going to be a must watch here.
One other thing I want to talk about with I was kind of like Jaden McDaniels saying what he said about none of these guys can defend is one thing. I thought the response was kind of weird, kind of weak to like let him talk, because I feel like that almost puts more pressure on the Nuggets to have to come out and defend
and back it up. Yeah.
What if they don't? What if they don't back it up? What if the Wolves stop them again? And they're going to be like,
screaming all night.
Let them talk. I guess they're right to talk their talk.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to respond at all. You're going to let your play do the talking. Okay, that's almost harder.
I mean,
that's a tough one, Chris. What would you have said? Like, what's the response?
We're like, we'll show you. Like, okay.
What if you don't then? What if you?
I guess
that might be worse to say, oh yeah, we'll show you, and then you don't do it.
I might have done we're not worried about it. They're gonna say whatever. But like there is no good comeback to that really.
Yeah.
But either
So
way,
it's
like
best to just be like Aaron Gordon. I don't care.
yeah, I don't care.
That kind of like, oh, whatever.
Game 3's on
Like,
Friday, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you say. Or
Thursday, but yeah.
Thursday.
Probably should have just flashed his ring is what he should have done.
Mm-hmm.
I just look because like I remember like when Klay Thompson said
Yeah.
to LeBron, like, oh, he must have, what was it exactly? Like you must have been scared or upset or something. And LeBron's
Yeah.
like, what did Klay say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. And that's like the response I would expect. Like some like Jamal Murray, I thought would say that. Or be like, oh, okay. Like they're just like, yeah, let them talk. And it's like, okay, maybe that's enough of a response. I don't know. But I thought David Adelman's was kind of weak. Like, oh, let him talk on his podcast. Of all the guys that have a podcast, Jaden McDaniels might be the last to really go on a podcast. I don't know. But yeah, the defensive rating thing was like that's your okay. This is dumb. But anyways, none of it really matters. Let them play on the court, and it's just I'm glad. I'm happy to see the banter.
Yeah, no, I kind of like that. There's a little bit of a bad blood here.
Do you think this was just like full big brain mode from Jaden that, now any foul or any kind of, ticky-tack stuff is going to be, magnified because the refs might be watching for them to actually be playing, aggressive defense?
Maybe. I mean, that always benefits Minnesota. Like if the refs let them play, Minnesota usually benefits. They're one of the most physical teams in the league.
Be something.
So I think Jaden doing that is unconventional, but I think it was the smart move, actually. I don't know if it was that calculated. I think he was just – he's a pretty emotional guy. I remember game 1, he pushed Jokic because Jokic slapped him in the face.
Yeah.
But
sounds to me like Ant's rubbing off on him.
Yeah, well, he's his favorite player. And Jaden's Ant's favorite player, so.
It's fair. Should be.
Most fun series, man. It's really living up to the hype.
I can't wait for game 3 Thursday. All right, I think the next big one we got to talk about is Wemby and his fall, the concussion.
Oh my god!
Spurs were they weren't in control, but they were up at the time. They had a slow start, but then kind of made a nice push. Wemby goes down. They were still up quite a bit. I think it was like about 10 or something, and then unraveled. Blazers finally come all the way back, win game 2 in San Antonio. No matching shirts this time. Unfortunately for San Antonio, but
maybe that's what they're missing.
That was maybe what they're missing. Any thoughts on this one? Maybe the Wemby injury in particular.
Okay.
Does this?
So,
yeah.
Sorry, Joey. You should be. I just want to butt in on the Wemby. Yeah. It felt like when he went down, it reminded you. It looked like Bambi's mom or something. Like he just looked like a deer with the legs. Like he's so skinny limbed. Yeah. He just like. But boom, I'm like, oh man,
he ate it, man.
Fall. He ate it, right?
He ate it.
Like, oh my god! Like, and the way it happened, like the Drew Holiday just did the rug pull, the chair pull. He did that in game 1 too, but when he caught himself this time, he just right on the page. Like so, no one's at fault, which I think is my favorite part about it. I wish it didn't happen, but the fact that nobody, it was.
He looked like a toddler when a toddler eats it on the ground.
Yes,
that's what it looked like.
Like, bring your hands out,
man. Yeah, put your hands out. Nope. Just
my kids are roller skating right now, and just teaching them how to fall is a big thing. Yeah. Maybe Wemby just never learned how to fall properly. I don't know. Yeah.
Joey,
I'm gonna shit on another like top 5 player and say, this dude needs to like figure out how to control his body. I feel like game 1 he like launched over for a block, completely missed it, and just like took down Denny Avdia, like fell on him. Like he just like jumped through the air. I'm like, hey, I get it. You're big and tall and you can do a lot of crazy things, but I feel like he needs to gain some self-control. And like, I don't know. The fall, I don't know how you don't fall on your hands there. Like they were underneath him, right? They weren't even like out to the side or in front of him. Like he was like doing something. They were like straight up tucked underneath his body. I don't get it.
Very hard fall.
It was a really hard fall. It looked really bad, uncomfortable, but they played a handful of games without him this season. They did okay.
Yeah.
But if you're Portland, this is like, blood in the water kind of thing. Like you got some mojo there in game 2. You stole home court advantage. Denny's on an absolute heater right now. Like that dude doesn't seem to be scared of anything. Are you kind of scared for San Antonio? Because he's got to be out 48 hours, right?
He could potentially miss game 3 or will likely miss game 3.
Likely miss game 3. If they go up, if the Blazers win game 3,
I think them losing game 2 is the big problem of the injury, because I think they had the lead when he went out, and if they could have just held on to it, and you're like, okay, he's not going to be back for game 3. Maybe we eat game 3, whatever. He's back for game 4. We're fine. I think losing game 2 sets it up now that if you lose game 3 without him, now you're in the hole, and now the pressure changes, and then it becomes a different scenario. Your thoughts, Chris, on at least?
I'm not concerned. They were 12-6 without Wemby this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're 2-1 against the Blazers this year. All 3 of those games were without Wembanyama. I'm double checking. I'm pretty sure that's the case. So, Wemby never played Portland. That was a stat.
Oh, okay.
Before this series,
he's ducking them. He's scared of them.
He's ducking them.
He was 2-1, and the Spurs were 2-1 without him against Portland this year. So, I'm happy Portland got the win. Scoot Henderson, 31 points, 0 assists.
He was supposed to be a point guard.
Oh, man, yeah. He
Iverson
5
type.
and 9 from the 3. This was the Scoot game for sure. Denny had an off night, but I would be shocked if the Spurs lost game 3, to be honest.
Okay.
I think even though it's at Portland, I think Fox can go for 30. Dylan Harper can get 15 to 20 off the bench. I just feel like they'll avenge Wemby in a way of we can do this without him for a couple of games here. If LeBron could win without Luka and Austin Reeves, why can't we win without? Yeah,
why can't we?
Why can't we do it?
Well, do you guys want to go to that series, or do we want to maybe bounce to the East real quick?
Let's go to that series. Let's stick in the West. My head's west.
All right, so the Lakers 2-0. LeBron, shades of his old self there. Rockets looking like a little bit of a mess. Durant missed game 1, comes back for game 2. Doesn't really matter. I know he had a lot of turnovers in game 2. Are the Rockets kind of fucked here?
Yeah,
they cooked.
They're cooked. Put a fork in them.
Put a fork in them, Joey. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I mean, last week, Chris and I said we thought there could be a Luke Kennard game.
Yeah.
We didn't think it was going to be, Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart, and LeBron game all at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like we overbought on the Rockets based off of a small sample size at the beginning of the year when everything was good and kind of hot, and Şengün was playing well, and then because they kind of just floated in the middle of the standings, we just kind of allowed them to be there, and we didn't really hold them accountable for
what was happening.
What was happening. To be fair, Chris really wanted us to talk about the Rockets one week. Titus and I both said we didn't have time to look through all of the nonsense that was going on. We never got to that, but it seems like that might be a bigger problem than we thought. But if you're the Lakers, you got to be ecstatic, right? You don't have to try and push for either Luka or Austin Reeves to get back. There's no question at this point. You're not bringing them back unless you're in a game 7 and you absolutely need to, kind of thing. So the Rockets are in trouble. They're screwed.
I agree. Chris? Oh, you just muted yourself. I think you muted yourself.
Oh my God, he's talking and nothing's happening.
There
he is.
Here, sorry. I was saying that
It looked real good.
I'm a little less trepidatious of the Rockets losing as Joey is, and I looked up the word trepidatious to make sure I was using it correctly.
Hey, bold choices require a little bit of research.
Is that why you were muted? You were asking ChatGPT.
No, I said that. I'm like, let me look that up real quick to make sure. And I'm like, oh no, I am using it right. All right,
I got it. Trepidatious.
But the Rockets, 89 field goal attempts to 72 for the Lakers in game 2. Game 1, it was 66 for LA and 93 for the Rockets. The Rockets are getting the O boards. They're getting the opportunities. It's been insane that they're not converting. So that is like game 1 was definitely a concern. Game 2 wasn't that much better. But the thing is, they're going to continue to get these extra chances.
Okay, you're saying it's there. They just gotta.
I think it's there, and I think if they can just hit some shots, like sure, nobody on this team can really shoot very well. But
can somebody make a shot?
Maybe Reed Shepherd should play more than 10 minutes. Ema, sure you can't play defense very well, but you can create a scheme to give because you need his 3-point. I guess he went 0 for 3. Maybe that's why he only played 10 minutes. He played 15 seconds was a stat in the 4th quarter.
And it was the X factor, and he has not proven to be a factor.
Well, Ime's taking a lot of crap for some of his decisions here in games.
I can't believe how bad their ball handling is. If the Rockets should have known, there were point guards out there.
Yeah,
James Harden was available. McCollum was available.
McCollum was one that people are
Tyus
like,
Jones. Just have him do 15 minutes. There's guys that they could have. Mike Conley got traded twice. He's like, I don't know, like they didn't even want to sniff.
They go get Jaden Ivey
for 15 minutes.
Want to.
Like yeah,
he's available. He fit in great in Houston, actually.
Would have been. Oh man, he would have been
great in Texas.
Yeah, it's real Bible Belt down there.
But
stand on any corner he wants.
Yeah,
obviously, if Houston game 3 is a must win because if they're down 3-0, it's
historically you don't come back from that one.
That toast.
But seeing LeBron versus KD though was a
nice one.
It's kind of a good summation of their careers in the sense that like Kevin Durant put up a great stat line for the first half. Then he went like with 3 points and 9 total turnovers and 3 points in the second half. LeBron just getting 28, 7 assists, 8 boards. His stat is always 27, 7, and 7. He's 41, still putting up that average.
Man, he's just a beast.
Awesome.
I don't like
we are. Yeah,
I know. I don't want to do they're gonna.
The glaze.
We'll see what happens. I don't want to do the glaze at least this early. Maybe once they're eliminated, we can kind of talk about what he's doing. But he's
I just can't believe with Jackson Hayes playing 21 minutes, Jake LaRavia playing 16, and this team is the Rockets. I can't believe the Rockets. I was a little weary of picking the Rockets. I can't remember if I even said, but like I couldn't see myself picking the Lakers
like you couldn't pick
without
the
Reeves and Luka.
Yeah.
Here's Marcus Smart doing the Reeves thing for a game, so maybe they can put it together.
All right, maybe this is looking a little too far ahead, but let's say the Lakers get through, and if the Lakers get healthy, does that maybe change your thoughts for the next series against like a potentially matchup against OKC? Does it start to get a little bit more interesting if you're like, ooh, these guys are healthy, or is it just okay?
Yeah, I thought last time Luka played SGA, he beat him.
All right, you're right. You are right. Yep. So that was the last time we went to the finals. So it's something like I don't want to get too crazy about it, but I also would be like, I don't know if I like that. They go from a super easy sort of path to the finals, at least until the conference finals, to now like all of a sudden you maybe might get tested in the second round, and that's a little bit different than maybe you thought you were going to have. So
I think if you're the rest of the West, you're very excited at that possibility.
Yeah, right. You're like, yeah, good.
Even if they don't beat them, they're gonna play them tough and give them
at least put them a bigger fight than Houston will.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Because Houston, even if Houston comes out of this series, there's nothing they're gonna do against OKC.
No. OKC's gonna mop them.
Wipe the floor with them. Is Kate even gonna go to OKC to play the games? Like, you might, have another hamstring or something. Like,
yeah,
good point.
Ducking them.
Might need
another guy. We could
dug teams before.
We could talk about his legacy too at the end of his run, because that's I don't know.
Be careful. Yeah. He might tweet about us.
Tweet about okay. Well, I think we can skip the Thunder Suns at least for now until we.
I had one stat about the Thunder Suns that I wanted to say. There's odds for the Thunder to win one of the games by 41.5 or more points. That are higher. Fun. Than the Suns winning the series or winning a game, I think it was.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like that sums this series up enough. Good for Phoenix making it. Good job,
you
guys. You got a
yeah.
couple guys hurt, so you didn't have a chance anyways. But like,
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. Give Book a
Good
pat
job,
on the
little
butt.
buddy.
Hey, man, get out there.
maybe SGA can not shoot. There's another thing that like I saw on Twitter where a Timberwolves fan was complaining that Jamal Murray had 15 plus free throws, and then they said like SGA like, and then a Thunder fan said like SGA's never had more than 15 free throws in a game. That night he got 17 free throws, right? It's just like, all right, yeah, this is a joke.
This is a joke. Yeah, this is calls. I looked at that after game 1 too. Yeah, the whistle has not gone away for SGA.
Oh, man.
Not at all.
No.
So he's riding that thing all the way to the NBA Finals again. We'll see. All right, we'll move over to the East. I guess we can start with the surprise of the first round and the Magic winning game 1 over the Pistons. Although we can maybe check. I think the Pistons are they wrapping that game up, Joey?
They are running away.
So yeah, they're up 20 right now with less than 5 left to go in the fourth. Yep. So yeah, we won't. There's an issue in that game. So a 1-1 series now. Joey, this is your Pistons team. Was this a fluky game 1? Maybe Pistons a little bit knocking off the rust. Magic coming in, off the play-in, and this is more we're going to see, or do you think this is maybe a sign of maybe a longer series than we thought?
I think it was pure fluke. Everybody was talking about the size of Orlando is giving the Pistons trouble, and that Pistons, Cade's going to have to be Superman every night to beat them. And I just kind of, it almost felt like everything that everybody said throughout the season, or I guess probably didn't say about the Pistons, was coming to fruition here. It was like you watched a small sample and you took one thing away from one game where it was like, oh, they don't have the size to match up. I think Detroit got caught off guard. I think they were off for too long. I think Orlando heard all the shit after they lost to Charlotte and was facing all the criticism. Paolo got dragged through the mud pretty bad. And I think they came out with the fire, and kind of the desire to win that game. I don't think Detroit was ready. I think it's a pure fluke, and it's, again, no game talk, our favorite thing, but all those issues that were happening in game 1 have completely gone away for this game here. And like the Pistons are going to have to score via outside shooting, right? And that's going to be the case. And it was always kind of known as the case, but they managed to do it all season. So until they go a prolonged stretch where they don't do it, I'm not willing to say that, they aren't everything that they were advertised to be. Yeah.
Chris, any thoughts on this?
Yeah, before this game, I was kind of buying into the idea that the Magic have 4 of the 6 better players.
Okay.
If you take the top 6 players, 4 of them are on the Magic. And that's kind of like I feel like a juvenile way to look at, because it's not 4-on-4. It's 8 on 8.
Yeah.
And when you look at Tobias Harris, Oscar Thompson, Duncan Robinson, I feel like the complete team of the Pistons is more put together than Tristan da Silva. But anyways, but even like Suggs, it was cool to see Suggs playing well, but like Tobias Harris is at least gonna show up a couple times, right? He was there, oh, you can have him MVP, but now that he's on a pretty solid contract in a role that fits him.
Yeah,
he's a good piece. He got 14 tonight. If he can just keep doing that, they'll be okay. The one concern with the Pistons is they're 6 of 22 from 3. They don't shoot threes. Yeah, it's not going to matter in this series, but it will against the Cavs. Assuming we'll get to that, but the Cavs will definitely get out of that one. So whatever concern I kind of had has gone away, and I did like that it was a rock fight matchup. There's like 3 physical teams in the league, and it's the Timberwolves, the Pistons, and the Magic. And the Pistons and Magic just happen to have to play each other round 1, so good for the Pistons. But I think it's gonna be a 5. If it's 6, cool, good for the Magic. But
they got another.
They should still fire their coach and.
It did feel like, hey, Billy Donovan can go coach the Magic. It did feel like.
You want that? He's from Florida.
I heard that was he's like rumored there. If they
would that be insane if he went to Orlando,
No, yeah,
like they traded Wendell and the whole everything that's
it
happened.
would
Like,
just be now you got our coach,
I got
and then you go to the finals. Yeah,
Shut up.
shut up. Let me get Steve Kerr. It all comes downhill. So yeah, I do feel like maybe this was a case of a team just coming in off a nice win, in the play-in and kind of rolling, where a team that had sat for a little bit of, a feel-out game for Cade coming off, still kind of recovering from the injury, but they righted the ship. Agree with what you guys said. I feel like this should be a relatively short series, hopefully here for the Pistons, and certainly interesting for the Magic, who showed us a flash there. Showed us a flash of magic, but
anybody who believed
it
in
was
him,
not to be.
like
Yeah.
us on this podcast,
We
was
all
like,
would-
oh, there
Oh
it is.
yeah, we're like, there it is. We waiting all season. Here it comes.
There it
Because
goes.
after game one, I was a little like, all right, well maybe this is that nightmare matchup of a team that's young and not really ready, and then this team that sort of is underseeded because of a poor performance during the regular season. It could be a bad matchup for them, but it seems like the Pistons were able to handle that here in game 2. We'll see what happens game 3 and 4 in Orlando. We can move on here. I guess you guys want to do Cavs Raptors now. It's probably pretty quick. I mean, other than just saying Cavs are up 2-0.
Raptors.
Evan Mobley looks
Yuck.
fine. I don't like the Raptors.
No.
I don't like that Grady Dick's not playing. I don't understand why he's not playing.
We only learned about that last week.
I know. But like they don't have shooting.
Where's Grady Dick been?
Very well. They don't have a point. I had like a quickly joke I was going to make. I was just going to say like
You had a
Cavs
quickie?
are going to win this series pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But,
The Cavs should win the series pretty quickly. Wow, that's good actually.
But like quickly played like 70 games and all of a sudden now he's hurt. That's just poor timing. And like he's good enough. You clearly see that the Raptors need a ball handler. I don't know. I'm not watching. I watched a little bit of this series. I don't like watching Brandon Ingram. He's like a poor man's Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony is like one of my least favorite players of all time. So I don't really care to watch too much of the Raptors.
Joey, anything for you on this? Nothing.
The Raptors are the East Rockets.
Okay.
They were hot at the beginning of the season. We kind of were like,
could be interesting.
I think it's kind of working. Maybe these guys can work together. And then they kind of got bad, but they managed to stay just afloat in that middle of the pack that nobody really
succeed.
Nobody kind of cared about them. And now we're seeing this is why they should have been lower. They should have been lower than this all season. They just had a hot start and made it count when it mattered. And now they're getting exposed for what they really are.
Agreed. Yeah, this is I'm just checking scores on this one. We're not even gonna get a minute of this series, and it's just gonna be like, all right.
I haven't watched a minute of this series.
Yeah,
I watched the
I
highlights.
don't plan to. Maybe if it goes to game 7 or something. Plus, this is the early game.
Watched enough. I don't think I'm gonna plan unless it's like convenient.
Yeah, unless it's convenient.
Is there anybody likable on these two teams?
I mean, Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
So he's likable.
That was one thing I wanted to say about the Cavs. If you want to understand, there's two types of lead guards in the league. There's a Donovan Mitchell type and a James Harden type. And so if anybody complains to you why you don't like Luka, Harden, or Shea, that it's the James Harden play style. And why people like Donovan Mitchell or Ant or any other athletic kind of guard. I feel like those are like the difference between when I watch Donovan Mitchell kind of attack the paint, hit these acrobatic, it's fun to see. Then I see Harden like get tapped on the shoulder and throw the ball up and get three free throws. And it's like, this is what I don't like.
Yeah, like a lead guard that plays the contact and a lead guard that tries to avoid contact.
Yeah, so
it's the Derrick Rose style, man. That was the way we liked it.
Yep.
All right, well, we can leave that there. Knicks Hawks also got exciting. That was one I did go to bed early on that one in game 2 because I was thinking, all right, Knicks got this, and I'll watch Nuggets Wolves tomorrow. And then sure enough,
you didn't stay up for the 9:30 start.
The 9:30 tip. I'm an old man, my friend. Work starts at 5:45 for me, so it's
that's tough.
it's the 9:30 tips are tough.
I was supposed to have an 8 a.m. meeting, and none of my coworkers, they just found out I have a podcast. They're not going to listen to this.
Yeah.
And they are like, hey, there's an in-person meeting at 8 a.m. if you're on Tuesday, if you're there. I'm like, I'm going to be up until 1. I'm not making that. I'm not doing that. Like, so if anyone's listening to that,
this is where
that's why I didn't show up on Tuesday morning, guys.
But be a fan.
No, yeah. So is this for real here? Is this could this be something that's happening, or is this just hey, the Knicks maybe pull off the gas a little bit, thinking it was similar to game 1, and Atlanta just found a way here?
I think it's something that could happen, and I think the Knicks have all the same problems that they've had for the past 2-3 seasons. It's when things are going great, it looks really great, right? When Cat's scoring and he's all fired up and got his chest pumped out, you're like, well, these guys might look unstoppable. Then when stuff starts to get a little tough, they fall into like their little Jalen Brunson hero ISO ball stuff, and everybody else kind of becomes the second thought. And against a team like Atlanta, who actually can play defense and has a lot of length on defense, and you saw like at the the last 2 minutes of that game, like all they did was just kind of start clogging up passing lanes, and they were able to double Brunson but fall back when he would make a pass out of it. Like they were able to just cover so much space with their length that it gave them fits. Like they didn't know what it looked like they didn't know what to do. Like they had never seen kind of a press defense or knew what was happening. It was just kind of Jalen, save us, dance around, hit mid-range, do something. And it didn't work. Josh Hart looked slow in game 2. He looked undersized. Like he finally looked like he was, short against some of these longer guards and forwards.
Jalen Johnson in particular.
Yeah. So like, I still think the Knicks are probably okay in this. I picked the Hawks last week. I picked him in Chris's bracket too, just because I'm anti-Nick, but
I love that, by the way.
I
also forgot to join Chris's bracket. Totally spaced it.
That sounds about right.
You see a pass where you're like, is this for us?
Well, because you said it was so random, and I was like, wait a minute.
Like, nobody even asked for the password, so no one opened the link. Okay. Anyways,
I said I was going to look at it later.
I opened the link, and I was like, oh, okay, I gotta like sign into this. And I was at work.
Like, I'm out. Too much work.
No, I was like, I'll do it late. I did the same thing. I'll do it later, and I thought all the games started on Sunday. So then on Saturday, I see the game start at 2:30.
Don't worry, guys. He's the host of our podcast.
Yes, like shit. I thought it was Sunday.
Knicks is still a favorite, but the Hawks have a legitimate chance. Like they could pull this out.
I picked the Knicks. I still like the Knicks. I think the Knicks I think the Hawks exposed the Knicks issue that has always been there, and that's that Jalen Brunson is 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum was 6 of 9 in the second half when guarded by Jalen Brunson
he could take advantage of that.
And CJ McCollum's only 6'3". It's not like he's that much taller.
but like if you think about Atlanta, like compared to Trae Young, this is like my argument all the time with it, like the short guards is that's what happens, man. You get a guy that's just a little bit bigger, and that's it.
Well, that's why like I'm not that concerned for the Hawks, because the Hawks, maybe Nickeil Alexander-Walker will have a big game. He had like 9 points in this one.
9 points. Yep.
He didn't even do anything. Jalen Johnson's been, I think, kind of quiet. I don't remember him much in game 1 either. And the Cum Bucket did okay off the bench, but McCollum's not going to do this every game. McCollum is the perfect barometer for like what if you're better than CJ McCollum, you're probably an all-star. And if you're worse, you're kind of like maybe a backup. Like he's like the perfect barometer for like what's a good point guard. So if you have CJ McCollum bullying you and beating you up, what are you going to do when you have to go against Cade or against Jaylen Brown or these guys that are better what you're facing right now? So I'm a little concerned for the Knicks Mitchell Harden.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned for the Knicks after this series, but I don't.
But like it might be tough, but they'll get through.
They'll right the ship. Michael Bridges has looked like garbage. dude, he was traded for so many picks. It still is not getting enough flack.
It really doesn't.
Did we even talk about Rudy Gobert and how locked down and amazing he is?
We did not touch on it. Yeah,
we talked about it enough. We don't need to.
Yeah, we can circle back.
We can
do it later.
And no, I'm not. I do want to see Mitchell Robinson with Towns a little bit. He only played 18 minutes. Maybe they're saving him.
Yeah,
I don't know, but we'll see. Jordan Clarkson should have a game. I'm not concerned about the Knicks. That's my thing.
Okay. You guys concerned about the Celtics at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured this would get throwing meat to the wolves here. Me too, buddy.
They got worked pretty hard by VJ and Maxey. I said didn't get worked hard. They got they got matched
exposed a little bit. Yeah,
they got matched by those two guys. The Tatum.
They took advantage of what they were giving them. Yeah,
Tatum and Brown. They were able to match them, and if those guys are matching, it's not a great recipe for success if you're Boston.
And I didn't love how Tatum was playing there. I think there was one play in particular that was like, "What are you doing, dude?" I think they were down 2. They finally cut it to 2, and it was looking like here was their comeback. I was thinking, all right, they're about to take control of the game. And he goes for a 3. He goes to take the lead when he, just kind of a early shot clock 3, misses it. And then that was right before Maxey went back to back on his threes, opened it back up to an 8-point lead, and then the Sixers never looked back from there. But that was just hey, buddy, maybe don't do that from me. And Brown, I think maybe to Joey's concerns earlier in the season, Brown looks like their best player, and it looks real awkward right now with him and Tatum at times. Not all the time, but at times, especially at the end of games.
It's always looked like that, though, right? It's always looked like
it has, but I think
when they won it was kind of like.
I think the difference now is that Brown has had that time as the number 1, and now there's a little bit of like, hey, you know what, man, I am the number 1 right now.
Yeah. 60 games is the number 1, like
And where before it was always sort of, Tatum's number 1. It was just even though that, like, maybe you could say Brown was the better player or better in certain moments, it was still Tatum's team. I think now more than ever, it's a little bit of like, hey, man, just let me do my thing here real quick. And I don't know. It just felt awkward there at the end.
Do we know if there's any chance of Embiid coming back?
I don't think he's coming back, right?
How long appendicitis
I'm not sure how long that is.
I'm guessing you probably aren't supposed to have contact for quite some time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
such a bummer because I do love seeing an Andre Drummond 3. I'm still not used to it because I've been watching that guy for. Is he on 20 years in the league? That guy has been. In the league. He's 32. He's only 32. He's been in the league since 2012.
That's 14.
So it's like 14 years. Yeah, 14 years. It's only,
damn.
He's been in the league. He's only
finally
32.
Finally stretching the range there.
Yeah, the last couple of years he's been, especially this year though, he's got a 35% 3-point percentage. He hits about a half a 3 a game.
Analytics guys got to him. They said, "Hey, you gotta start shooting these things, man.
Hey, if you want to have, if you want to get another
hang around, get another contract. Just start get the gym, homie.
Get those corner threes hitting. Yep. He hits one. He hits them. He was 1 for 1 the other game or in this game.
Paid.
I was surprised the Sixers ran away with it because there was a play like with 4 minutes left in the second quarter where the Celtics got a fast break and they had to do some things and then they scored. And then the Sixers were coming down the other way. And but like Edgecombe and Paul George weren't even at the half court line. Like they didn't even bother going down the court. Yeah. And it's like, are you guys trying? Like, what are you just conserving energy? You're hurt? Like, but then they ran away with it, so it didn't matter. But those are I feel like that would have been highlighted more if the Sixers.
Yeah. Well, it just that was probably the game that I was locked into the most the other night, and it just felt like the run was inevitable from the Celtics. You're like, come on, man, just quit playing around. Let's just get this done. They would make these little mini runs, cut it to 4, cut it to 3. Like I said, that one time they cut it to 2, but they just never got past it. And credit to the Sixers for just holding them off, and Maxey and Edgecombe in particular, they took advantage of what they were giving them, which is that top of the key open jumper, and they were ice cold.
The Celtics were 13 of 50 from three.
Oh, well, that will do it too.
Up to their old tricks again.
Yep. Here comes the Celtics. The math.
You guys, I miss only complaining about too many 3-pointers. Like that was the gripe, and now it's about like fouls and way worse stuff. I'd much rather complain about.
It'd always be worse. Threes. Yeah.
Like again, I just like the Warriors are shooting. This is crazy. And the Celtics, I can't believe this, but rather have that than the and ones that we're seeing now.
Yeah.
But no, any concern though, like Celtics, I feel like are still going to run away with this, and maybe it'll be 6.
Yeah, I think that like that's the thing. It could be 6, and I felt like I really when I was listening to your guys' pod about the the bracket, basically, I was like, I'd love the Celtics. I was like, the Celtics are coming out of the East. I was like, they're got the Sixers, easy matchup. It sets up for a Knicks revenge series with a healthy Tatum. Felt good. And then you get a Pistons team that's maybe a little young, and like, all right, they're going to the finals. But the Sixers may end up getting a little more out of them in this series, and then does that then start to compound and
Getting scared.
Hey man, I don't know, man. My faith in Tatum is it's
one game and
lacking.
And the faith is shook.
The faith is shook. The faith is shook. My faith is shook.
Like a true Boston fan.
I am a Jaylen Brown guy.
Right,
I would say I am a Jaylen Brown guy through and through. That's my dude. Tatum, I know is our number one, and but he scares me.
That's the problem. He's not your number one. You just said it.
But like, you know what's crazy is he is the best player. That's what's crazy. Like, if Jaylen was our number one, I would be like, we don't have a shot.
Is he the best player? Or does he have the most talent?
Ooh,
Tatum's got the most talent. Yeah,
he's got the most talent. Yeah, he's not the best player. Like, Jalen's the best player. Jalen's doing the most with what he's got.
Yeah,
Tatum he does this thing that drives me nuts. So he hit a 3 late in the games, like cut it. I think he cut it to like 4 maybe at that point. But he does this like exasperated, like when he finally hits a 3, and it drives me nuts, dude. I'm like, dude,
does that?
Tatum.
Oh,
Tatum. Yes, this exasperated, like, about damn time. And I'm like, dude, just act like Ant. You know what I mean? Like, act like it was supposed to go.
His personality is off-putting.
Yeah, it's off-putting.
Like when they won it, we did it. We did it. We did it.
I mean, when you shoot 53s in a game, you only make 13. It's kind of exasperating, right?
I mean, it is. And like, I used to not care so much about it, but now it's just starting.
Now that you hate him,
now that I hate him.
He was 2 of 8 in this game. Yeah.
Now that I hate him, I'm like, you know what, man? Knock that shit off. You can.
It's like when you realize that your girlfriend, chews too loud and you didn't notice it for like the first couple months, and then you're like, oh no.
Did you finally notice that with Aaron?
Yeah.
50 years.
Mouth open. She's a mouth open chewer. That's her problem.
Top tier. Good thing
she's not listening to this, so I can say whatever I want.
Kaylin doesn't know how to eat popcorn without keeping her mouth open. It's insane. I don't understand.
I feel like I should have had something cocked and loaded here.
I did. It's just
wait. Are we telling honest things? Because Aaron doesn't chew with her mouth open. Caitlin can't eat popcorn.
Wait, what?
No, Caitlin really can't eat popcorn.
No, she can eat popcorn. She does all the time, but she just like.
So it's a real smacker. All right.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Smacker.
Joey was making his up.
Yeah, I was not being honest.
No,
Thanks, Chris.
Mine's a little more truthful.
We can edit that out. We'll edit that out.
Yeah, we'll Adam, look at that in post.
Adam just in post, just clip a couple minutes and just jump right to and then I ate popcorn.
Glorious. So back to Tatum sucking.
Yeah, back to Tatum sucking. I don't know, man. I think the Celtics are okay, but it just gives me a little bit of I'm back to my anxieties. I love that we each kind of have our own other team besides the Bulls with the Wolves, Pistons, and Celtics.
That's right. I was going to who's Joey's team again? Yeah.
It's the Pistons.
Right. It's been the Pistons. It's always been them.
It's always been the Pistons.
Before we move on, I do want to just power rank. I kind of want to do this weekly.
Go for it.
For the playoffs. So I'm going to run through what I have so far. Of the 16 teams, number 1 in their tier for their own, the champs, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, next tiers could be champs. Got Spurs, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Celtics.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in on those.
And then next year's conference finals, question mark, Pistons, Lakers, Cavs, Knicks.
Perfect so far.
And then the next tier is one round if lucky. Rockets, Hawks, Magic. And honestly, I don't know if the Magic. And then happy to be here.
I was like, where's the Raptors?
Blazers, Raptors, Suns.
All right. I love it.
I love it.
The
That's pretty good,
Sixers,
Chris.
would you move the Sixers to one round or no? Is it too early?
It's too
Is
early
that
for one
them
round.
above the Magic? That was my one. That was one of my close ones.
Might be a little too early, but
I think it's a little early.
we got to keep an eye on. We'll see next week when we do the pod.
Are we
we'll
more
see.
confident though in the Magic or the Sixers?
Ooh. No.
Bad question because really,
Can it
That
just be
is-
neither?
Yeah, this is.
Can the answer be no?
this is 12th and 13th. By the way, we're like
Yeah, we're really splitting hairs here. All right, you're right.
No.
This is no. The answer is no.
it's like it's
I love
Magic
that.
still
Can the answer
over
just be
Sixers,
no?
but even that, the answer just be no.
No, I don't have faith in either of those teams.
None of the
I thought you guys because I had Timberwolves third, and
I saw that. I heard that. I
okay.
just glossed
We'll let
over it.
that-
You know what I mean?
Nuggets,
it's okay.
We can let that happen.
All
It's
right.
okay. I mean,
I think it's fair. I mean,
if the Nuggets wouldn't have been at home and it was 1-1,
yeah,
they get the nod. But it's
Yep.
1-1, stealing home court. Wolves get the
That's
nod.
true.
I
That's
like
why I get okay.
It's baked in there.
I think for me, until we see like a full power classic Nuggets game, of like Jokic at his full powers and Murray doing what he's been doing, they don't get the nod, right?
Yeah.
There was a
You
lot
have
of
it.
there's a lot of open shots in that first quarter that the Nuggets just didn't hit.
Yeah.
They're still up by 15. Like, and I feel like they'll look at the tape and be like, "Oh, see, there's a gap here because rotations are funny for the Timberwolves, and maybe you'll be open if you do." They'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
they'll
If
figure it
the
out.
Nuggets might, but hopefully the Wolves counter and notice that themselves. And
I think
You
you'd be
know,
happy
Yankees.
with Murray scoring 35, averaging 35 a game if Jokic does what he does the last two games.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't had that like holy
Oh,
shit
yeah.
game yet,
Yeah.
right? Like if Murray's gonna go off and do it all
I'm like,
himself,
I'm not happy if
Cool.
Jamal Murray scores 30.
cool, that's fine. But you can't have them both at the same
Can the
time,
answer be
right?
no?
And that's
Dude, I love that Jaden McDaniel is just 94 feet on Jamal.
Yeah.
Jamal really looked gassed at the end of that game. Like, he's like, oh, maybe this long two will be enough. Like, what is he
Just
that
trying to win
tired?
it.
Like, I don't
and then when they
understand.
brought Io in too, right? That's what he was doing. Every inbounds, it was just
Yeah.
Yeah.
mid basket.
Io though, he followed him twice from three. They had 3 4-point plays in that first quarter. They had like 5 3-point fouls in that game.
You got to remember,
Like, it's
Chris,
still-
he's never seen the playoffs before. Okay,
Yeah.
he's never sniffed them. He doesn't know what it's like.
I know,
He's
he'll
never been
figure it
around
out. It's just- that
players
was a
who even know what
crazy
it's
game
like.
for that.
Just-
Yeah.
He's been in the play-in, Joey, please.
You're right. You're
I
right.
think
He's
I
a-
really
Basically the
I-
playoffs.
He is a play-in warrior.
Play-in warrior.
that matchup stat that I shared, I think it was last week with Io
Yeah.
on Jamal is one of the fakest matchup stats I've ever seen.
It's fine.
It's all right. You hold on to whatever you need to hold on to, buddy.
Hey man, I'm gonna keep like McDaniels and Io. They should be trading off. Anyways, I'm
be
excited. I'll be at the game tomorrow
Oh,
night.
you made the game 3? All right.
We'll
We'll
get
get a little
game
courtside
3.
report.
I can't wait for the
Right.
videos of Chris screaming.
It's gonna be awesome.
Timberwolves coming from the
There's gonna
ceiling.
be a zoo in there.
He's got a parachute on.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh my god. Anything else tonight? Or you guys want to maybe touch on Billy here?
yeah.
Yeah.
Billy D.
Billy D.
Yeah.
Joey, your thoughts?
Apparently the Bulls told him he could have any position in the organization he wanted.
Whoa. I haven't
He
heard
said
that yet.
no.
And
He said, I'm out.
they were willing to give him a pretty substantial raise to be head coach. I guess the way it went is he had the option in his contract for this year.
Yeah.
The Bulls said, "Hey, we'll give you a raise." They've never said the number. Billy
Yeah,
said,
they're like, We'll take care of you.
I don't think so. They said, "Well, you can stay with the organization, pretty much pick the position you want." And he said, I'm good. I'm out.
He says, I don't think so.
I think so.
From all the insider reports and stuff and everybody around here, it sounds like he was really put off by the fact that they went out in that press conference and said, if you're not interested in keeping Billy around, we're not even going to interview you. And he felt like that put him in an extremely uncomfortable position, that he was going to limit the field and they weren't going to have the best option, the best candidate in there. And it was still going to leave him with a hard job to do. And if they did get somebody in there, it was going to be extremely awkward for him, because it was always going to be, well, do you actually like me, or do you like me because you have to like me? And he wasn't really interested in having that kind of power struggle. So from all accounts, if they would not have come out and said that, he may still be around, or maybe would have taken it and then got fired by the new general manager. But the classic ownership Bulls move is on full display here.
Wow. One, it makes me actually like Billy a lot more.
Yeah,
than I already did. Like, that's a classy move of like,
it's a prideful thing to do. Like, I don't want that shit.
I don't want that shit on me. Come on, man. Like, you're like even saying like you're limiting the organization. Like, we might not get the best pick because they might not want to have me as their coach.
Right. And that's so dumb.
It's so dumb. And then then you effectively lose your coach because if you let's say if you're the Bulls organization, you really like this guy, or you think okay, Billy's our guy. If we could see him in the front office, and you lose him because you're too stupid to just not say, hey, if he needs to go, like, that's the next person's gonna get to choose their coach.
And to say it unprompted, it wasn't even like it was a question, right? It was like a prepared statement that you read that said, if you don't like him, we're not even going to talk to you.
Yeah. It's more like Billy's like, I don't like the ego of these kind of people. I don't want to associate myself with this kind of organization that.
It's almost like he sees the organization is not a winning organization. He's like, I want to go somewhere where I have a chance to win.
It that way. Yeah. And he knows what winning organization looks like, at least in college.
Yeah, at least in college.
So, but there's dynamics of that would carry over to the pros that he did not see. So
I did look this up though, and I realized I was mistaken because I thought Billy Donovan went to the NBA Finals. He did not. It was Scotty Brooks that took OKC to the finals.
Oh yeah.
Nice. And I totally forgot about him. And I was watching something about him getting fired, and they were talking about like he's never, may had a deep playoff run. I was like, who went to the finals? And then I looked it up, and I was wrong. So my memory did not serve me correctly.
He always have those championships in Florida, right?
Yep, that's a couple of back-to-back championships in college.
Before you can buy all the players and just win it, like Michigan. So,
thoughts on? I saw a couple of names going around. A couple of college guys actually, and like maybe John Shire or who's the UConn coach that I can't stand.
Dan Hurley. I don't want any part of Hurley.
Neither do I. Okay,
it should be somebody like
who else was that? Sam Cassell was another name I saw.
You're not getting any of the high profile guys. Get someone that like had like a crazy playoff run, like how like Brad Stevens was at Butler.
Okay,
is there somebody that like had a deep playoff run that you weren't expecting? That like
Michigan coach
jump to the pros. Dusty May. He's only been at Michigan for like 2 years.
Yeah, right. He seems like
I don't know if he's a good coach or just a good recruit because Michigan has unlimited funds and can just buy all the players. Like,
I don't want Dan Hurley.
No,
that's not going to happen. The Bulls, I mean, the Reinsdorfs aren't going to entertain that kind of behavior. I don't want Tibbs. Been there, done that.
We saw that rumor.
Everybody's just basically like, oh, well, he's always gotten the most out of young teams, right? And I was like, yes, you're right.
Yes, but
you're not wrong. But that ship sailed, right?
Yeah,
like, we've seen the ceiling in 2 stops for him. We know what it is. It's not happening.
Man, I would love to see Thibs just on coaching another team, considering how players can barely play 65 games anymore.
Yeah,
like to see Thibs on it, try to coach a team in this.
I'd like to see Tibbs as an assistant coach. Give me him as like an assistant. Help him like actually like do stuff, but don't make him the decision maker.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Luol. Maybe they should bring Luol out of African basketball.
Have
Luol. It's not going to be Joakim. He doesn't care. Derek. Pick one of them. I don't know.
No. Wow.
They're straight. It's going to be some no name like assistant from some team you never heard of. And, that might be fine. That might be fine.
Yeah,
I'm less worried about the coach, and I'd rather make sure the GM is right. Like the coach doesn't matter yet.
That's the main.
They're not there yet.
Concern.
Coach
We didn't know
Madden.
what to end on talking about the Bulls.
Yeah, why did we,
Tough.
I thought you guys forgot about it, and I was okay with it.
Okay, so you could have said no. We could skip it.
That's fine. You weren't gonna.
No, I would have if you would have said, "Hey, there's nothing going on." I got nothing on Billy. I would have said fine, and then I probably I might have just rambled for a couple
There's
minutes. about
always
Billy.
something.
Well, he's gone. I'll be curious to see where he ends up too.
Yeah,
Not to drag this point out.
curious
farther,
if he
but-
goes back to college.
You can go to like a Big Ten school, like Hoiberg did with Nebraska. Just
I
bring
feel
them
like these
back.
guys that left before NIL and went to the NBA aren't going to want to go back.
Yeah, because it's going to be
It's
completely
just
different.
a different world.
But I also wonder if you went to the NBA, does that make it a little bit more like you kind of been around that environment as free
Yeah.
agents and that kind of stuff? You're a little more used to it.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is like if you went to the NBA where you know, had more control, and now you're going back to college, or like you don't have as much control anymore because the money really dictates your roster.
Yeah, but if you could go to a school like Texas or a school that like will actually
Yeah,
spend money and realize these are people that are actually more likely to spend money than
Yeah.
Bulls were willing to spend money.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Bulls spent money. Let's not say that. They just spent
mean-
money very poorly. They weren't cheap.
Cheapish.
Not really.
They weren't cheap. They just always got the middle grade, right? They were like if you were buying a tool or something, they'd be like, I don't want this $400
Yeah.
tool, but I don't want the $99 tool. I
I don't want Carlos Boozer.
150,
Actually,
yeah.
I would have signed Chris Bosh if given the chance.
Yeah. I don't know if they were saying
I
that
was
cheap. I think
expecting
they
that.
spent the money the wrong way every
Yeah.
time.
The Vooch trade, man.
Yep.
Well, he's in there getting minutes for the Celtics, so
I don't think he's going to play much next game.
yeah, I think he
He looks slow.
the
He looks like
flaws
Jokic,
are
but with less offensive firepower.
exposed on that
Yeah.
guy. But it is fun to see the random Bulls pop up.
Yeah. Javante Green.
Michelle did
Detroit?
not know Io was on Minnesota.
Wow.
So she
she
liked
should
that.
listen to the pod.
She saw that.
Oh,
I told her that too. She was like, but she forgot. It was March Madness, so she was pretty locked into that.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys don't have anything else, we can wrap up for tonight.
Wrap it.
That is it for us tonight. Follow us on social media at the Box Out Boys. Slide in those DMs. Be sure to like, rate, and review, and subscribe on YouTube and Spotify. TikTok, we very much appreciate that. So for me and the boys, until next time, guys, Box out.